Whoa, hello.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We've been gone for a couple of days.
Happy Boxing Day for you because it's going to be uploaded on Boxing Day.
Do you know that in America they do not have Boxing Day?
What?
It's a British thing that we held on to in Canada because we're still friends with our old parents.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they don't have Boxing Day, but I tweeted that tomorrow on the Boxing Day I'm going to go shopping on the mall, and they're like, oh, we're going to Ross, we're going to this.
Americans do?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. But when I was growing up, at least, I always heard that Americans were like, what's Boxing Day? Or maybe they like know what it is, but it's not associated with shopping so much.
Oh, weird.
But we're taking Black Friday, so maybe they're taking some Boxing Day too. I mean, if you run a store, why not have more days to make money? Anyway, here we are. We got our final two beers. December 23rd.
You gotta lower a little bit.
December 23rd. Puzzler, which you'll remember from last year, is a Belgian black IPA.
Which was the last beer?
Last or second last, for sure, last year. But this one is barrel aged. And this one looks really interesting. Krampus Knot.
Krampus?
So this is like a totally original beer. What's cool about the Krampus Knot?
It's 9.5%.
Well, that's pretty cool. Water, barley, hops, yeast, Belgian candy sugar, grains of paradise, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves.
Yeah, I don't think the grains of paradise is real.
Well, let's look it up right now, because I don't know either. Grains of paradise.
It could be actually... Oh, yeah, it is.
It's kind of ginger. Oh, it's a
Ginger
spice.
beer.
Known as alligator pepper.
Is
What
this
the
the
heck?
ginger beer?
Hey, there's no ginger beer. You celebrate
Oh, yeah, there's no ginger beer.
one full advent calendar with no ginger beer. All right, let's start with the puzzler, because that's December 23rd.
Okay, 7.3%. We're getting wasted.
Got to be up early to pick up some shopping supplies. Yeah. Originally pieced together in the fall of 2012 as a collaboration with our friends at Great Lakes Brewing, this puzzle was too good to keep on the shelf. Midnight roasted malts, adventurous Belgian yeast, and American hops fit together as a rich, deep-bodied beer full of roasted and hoppy flavor. Then we barrel-aged the brew, rounding out the roasted, hoppy flavors with subtle sweetness. Though the flavor is wonderfully complex, the last move is simple: remove cap to solve. And there you go.
Very dark.
Pretty much opaque.
I wonder if that's the why they picked the crow.
But it's a raven, isn't it?
I thought it was a
Look,
crow.
I'm no ornithologist. That could be a crow.
But you did take biology with the what's bird chirping?
That was one of my favorite exams ever, yeah.
Yeah.
All we did was sit in our desk, and then they played birds chirping, and then we'd be like, oh, that's a brown chickadee. That test, I studied for like 8 hours, just like, click, cool, cool. No, it's okay. It's a sparrow. I remember none of it. Pretty much zero. But
yeah, that's my university life. I always cram study, so I would just study 12 hours before exam, but study like full on 12 hours. On the exam, I'm like, all right, I gotta get it.
And then you
after
go home
exam, I'm just like, wow, it's all gone.
Now that I'm older, and this is not to insult music or biology, now that I'm older and I'm learning a skill that you add, like not just knowledge, but like actual, basically a trade, I'm like, man, you could never do that. Like if you're like a computer science student or something, I don't think you can just cram study. I think it's like being like in a carpentry school.
Right,
and
just to build a whole house.
Yeah, last day they're like build a desk, and you're just like, oh. Anyway.
You can make a mini desk and then call it artistic.
Possibly, you do what you can. It's our classic puzzler recipe with an extra piece: buckets of black malt. Something about that sounds wrong. Generous portions of hops and Belgian yeast are now aged in a freshly emptied bourbon barrel. Smooth velvet textures and subtle sweetness envelop the dark roasted malt body. The hop character is still evident, but has a more subtle presence than the classic style. Cheers.
Cheers. What's the difference between the classic and this special edition?
This is barrel aged. I also feel like I remember the puzzler being very Belgian.
I can still smell so much of that.
There's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
A lot of bourbon flavor.
This Snowcase, the highlights are whiskey. I would just say it's whiskey.
What do you think?
I like it actually. It's whiskey, but it basically avoided what Hammer did wrong.
The Hammer, I think at the time you kind of liked it, but later you were telling me
I couldn't drink
a little
it
too
anymore.
strong.
Yeah, it was just like I would rather drink Scotch than Scotch beer because it wasn't beery Scotch. It was very Scotchy beer. It was too much Scotch in it.
You know, last year I think when we had the Puzzler, my memory of the Puzzler is not that good. It's not that I thought it was bad, but like the stuff from Phillips that I like the least is usually the Belgian stuff.
Really?
Yeah, some of it's good and it has like, unique characteristics, but for the most part I'm not that much of a Belgian beer guy. But this I think is fantastic.
I don't remember Puzzler being. I remember it was dark and it was a little bit
Barley-ish.
I think.
Barley-ish. Let's see if we can...
Barley-ish.
Oh, Puzzler magazine. Phillips Puzzler. I just want to see what the old bottle...
I remember it was called green.
Whoa, she's right. It's great. Oh, it was always a Belgian black IPA. Yeah, it's just this is the barrel aged version. I gotta say, I think the barrel aging in a couple of the beers, I've been like, it's nice, but it's kind of a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, everything's like pumpkin spice flavored or something like that.
Yeah.
In this, I think it works really nicely. The Belgianness is cut by the whiskiness, and it finishes. You can get like a little bit of hops, but not even close to like an IPA level. Just like a nice little hop flavor. Finish is clean. Surprisingly, one of my favorite in the Snowcase overall, I think.
Yeah, I would say it's 6. Top 6. Had to burp there. Beer burp. But I like it. I don't know what else. Great.
Let's see what Rate Beer thinks.
Rate Beer thinks all the Phillips. Yeah, see, I told you. Rate Beer thinks all the Phillips beer are above 90.
Rate Beer does love Phillips.
Yeah.
You ever so
even the ginger beer was like 96.
It's got a 98 on Rate Beer. Here was my experience in university. I drank a beer called McClay's.
Okay.
And it was like the best of the $1 beers.
Oh god.
And then I looked it up. So I was like, oh, McClay's. That's got to have like a 50.
40? Okay.
It's got to have a 50 at worst, right? Oh, wait. Did it? No, it didn't go out of business. Here we go. Score 4.
What? Out of what?
100.
What?
But then if you go back to
Oh my god.
if you go to the other stuff, like Lakeport, that other people drank in school, Lakeport has a 2. So,
Oh my god.
that
Out
was
of 100?
out of 100. Style, 0.
How about Kokanee?
Kokanee, I bet that has under
30?
under a 10. Kokanee, yeah, it's got a 5.
How the heck? I thought it was out of 10 or something.
No, I think part of it is like
Out of 100?
yeah. I think part of it is just like if something is not a craft beer, on Rate Beer it's probably going to be pretty low.
Like a shit?
Yeah.
What would be? How about Red Racer?
Red Racer, I bet that's in like the 60s. Red Racer is pretty good.
86.
Red Racer, 86. Oh, that's the Red Racer IPA, but still. I don't remember what the other Red Racer Copper Ale maybe. 34.
Oh.
Honestly, that's not bad.
That's crazy, knowing that ginger beer is 98.
The Phillips stuff ranks like amazingly. Like that's Amnesia, but if I look like
Amnesia.
if I look up Amnesiac, I'm sure that's in like the 90s somewhere.
93.
93, yeah.
That's insane.
Phillips, like, for whatever reason, they kill it on Rate Beer. I'm not saying they make bad beer. I'm just, like, the audience likes it a lot as well, I think.
Wow.
But anyway, I really like
How
this.
about Innocent and Gun?
Innocent Gun? I bet it's in the 40s. I think it's 2 N's.
Yeah, I think so.
Innocent Gun.
What?
Yeah, 1950,
No, it's
36.
the aged stout, isn't it?
I don't
Or
know.
the stout, yeah.
It'll be
Maybe
whichever one has
stout?
the most reviews. So that would be Irish Whiskey Cask. No, probably not. Limited edition oak.
Original has 57.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's probably the original.
What?
57. Innocent Gun, I like it, but I think it does get overrated because within like it's not really a craft beer, and within that kind of like macro beer Sphere, it's the only thing that tastes like this. So
last one, Heineken.
Oh, Heineken? I bet it has
8?
I bet it has like a 20. 5. It's a 5. Yeah, that was another beer that I thought, I was like, by the way, please don't take this as like shitting on other beers. I drink shit beer all the time, and if I'm over at your house and you offer me a shit beer, I'm happy to have it. That's not a problem. But in university, when I went on like a trip to Montreal, and I was like, I'm gonna be an adult this weekend. So whenever I got a beer, I got a Heineken. It was like an extra $1.50 per beer, and I was like, oh, it's so much better.
I remember the beer that I was okay with was Heineken, and my friends were like, wow, look at this bottle.
Money bags, yeah.
You think you can drink Heineken just for fun? I'm like, I thought that was like okay, it's not, and it's 5.
I had another friend who he was in the next tax bracket, like one tax bracket up in university. He drank Moosehead. That's a quality 7. it's about twice as good as McClay's, but about 30 times worse than almost anything
That's
else.
so crazy how it's out of 100. It's not even like 20, 10. Like it's not on the like 10s, 20s, 30s. It's like 1 digit.
I will say though, like I think a lot of those beers are fine, but you shouldn't be looking them up on Rate Beer if you care. Like the reason you're buying McClay's is because it's $1 a bottle.
Oh, okay, my favorite non-craft beer.
Okay.
The apricot ale.
Oh, Pyramid Apricot Ale?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that that's like a low 70.
If they give me 20, I swear to God. 41? Why are you insulting me, Gabe? Not Gabe.
Probably like a...
Rate Beer, you're insulting me.
Seems artificial soda pop.
What? Soda pop? What kind of soda pop are you drinking? Oh my God.
I don't know, I like it.
I like it too.
You know what you probably won't like to see is maybe like Blue Moon. Blue Moon is a 7. No wait, that's a different one. It's a 37.
That's still supposed to be better?
That's still pretty bad, but
oh my God. That's just crazy.
I do think like I don't even want to say these are unfair ratings, but I think if the kind of people that would go to a website and have a huge palette of beer would be like, I don't care. Like, this is like, it's just okay.
Even Rate Beer logo of the beer glass, it's not like beer glass like this, it's the beer glass for the sniffing one.
I'm trying to figure out what's like, I guess, Phillips Blue Buck, if you look at VC, is probably
maybe
like...
it's lower?
No, they're 33.
Yeah, I told you.
Maybe there's something to be said for the more popular a beer gets,
I think
it's inverted.
People who vote, they will vote quite low, but then people who never tasted a beer, like the certain beer, there will be only one person rating like 8 out of 10, so it will be like 80. So maybe it's that.
Bland and herbal finish tastes like boiled vegetables.
What the heck?
Taste is sweet and Welch's grape juicy.
What the heck?
Yo, you had a grape juice, dog. You had a grape juice with a little piece of radish in it. That's not a Blue Buck. Somebody tricked you. Anyway.
What does radish cooked water taste like?
I would give the Puzzler, I give it a 4.5. I think it's beautiful.
Did I say 8.5?
You can say 8.5 now.
8.5.
There you go. All right, that's December 23rd. I'm looking forward to finishing that. Let's see what the comments say.
It's starting to look a lot like a Christmas.
I love this. Sadness is an almost empty snow case. Very nice. Roasted malts. The Puzzler is so much sweeter from the barrel.
Very tasty.
Very tasty.
Unique and nice surprise.
It seems like most people liked it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people in the comments are touching on something that we talked about too. Not as many like hoppy beers this year. What do you think about the Snowcase relative to last year's Snowcase?
I think Phil, since they're a brewery, that they kind of go along with the trend. So the trend right now is the barrel-aged beer, obviously. So I think there's a lot of that. And I don't know, last year I wasn't really into beer scenes, so I cannot say last year's the trend was this. But I think they're kind of following the trend, which is the barrel-aged beer, and I actually like it. I think if they kind of keep updating themselves with what's going on in the world, then we're going to expose ourselves to the broader category of beer or different kinds instead of like, hey, we're good at this, drink this all the time.
Yeah, and as much as I like hops, I think the Snowcase was a little bit more interesting than last year's. I think it's better. And they don't treat like super hop flavor as like a default anymore.
Right.
It's not like they're flipping back and forth between two different flavors. This time they were like, we're going to be a little bit more accessible, I guess. But they have some cool stuff in here as well. I agree, lots of barrel-aged stuff, positively and negatively. Krampus Knot.
Krampus.
This is the end of our adventure. To close us out is a truly Christmas-inspired brew blending cinnamon, nutmeg, and other traditional flavors of the holidays with a deep, full-bodied ale. We hope you all enjoyed the journey. We did our best to cover the full spectrum of the beer flavor arc, balancing...
What? Dude, when you like drop on the foam, there was a drop of beer that was dancing on the foam.
You alright, kid? The first one was only 7.5.
I'm telling you!
This one really takes it to the next level.
I'm telling you, it was. I think it's the what was it? What was in it?
Grains of Paradise.
The Grains of Paradise. I think that's what it is. No, I'm telling you.
We did our best to cover the full spectrum of the beer flavor arc, balancing creative exploratory brews alongside tried and true favorites. We hope you were challenged and maybe even discovered a new personal favorite. Merry Christmas, and to all a good pint. Pours a dark, rich mahogany brown color with a cappuccino white colored head. Sweet cinnamon and nutmeg on the nose with flavors of dark fruits, spiced apples, and gentle cinnamon. Only available in the Snowcase.
It smells weird, right?
Whoa, yeah.
It smells weird.
It takes a second. Yeah, that smells like fruitcake and nutmeg. That's an unusual smelling beer.
Smells sweet.
I can smell like almost a little Christmassy, like a little
smells sweet.
Gingerbreadness or something like that.
I don't like it. The beer smells sweet.
Well, we knew it was going to be a little unusual. It's got 90%.
Someone said, "Where's the 10% one?"
90% weirdness.
On November 26th.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened there.
That's just not nice, man. Why did you open it on November 26th?
All right, cheers, Kate.
Cheers.
Let's try this Krampus Knot. Whoa. She hates it.
Oh, it's weird.
That tastes
weird.
That tastes a lot like fruitcake to me. It is
I never tasted fruitcake, so.
It's spiced. It's little like peppery almost.
Tastes like Krampus.
it tastes like Krampus's head.
Feels like I can do the brimstone charge right now.
Oh, that's so weird. It really does feel like a carbonated like fruit beverage. Man, it's like a little spicy.
But it's not like there's like a lot of like a spiciness of the cinnamon.
Yeah.
And the smell's really sweet, but it doesn't taste like fruit juice. It just it tastes like peppermint cinnamon drink.
I'm not gonna pour it down the sink, but I will say it's kind of a shock to the senses at first.
Yeah.
It tastes unlike anything I've ever had before, for sure.
Maybe because we were naughty this year and Krampus is here instead of Santa Claus.
Man, it's so weird. Like the first thing you taste is almost like a plum or something like that.
Well, how you describe it actually sounds good though.
And there's like nutmeg and spice.
There's a lot of spice.
That is super weird. Man,
it smells like makeup.
You know what this is? It's one of those. It smells like one of those things you eat only one time of the year, and you only like it because people tricked you into eating it for like the first 10 years of your life, and then when you get older, you're like, yeah, I gotta have some of that.
Yeah.
This is like eggnog or something. It's like no sane adult tries eggnog for the first time. They drank it when they were younger and they got into it. You know, they got stuck with it.
Yeah.
This is. Let me put it this way, to be as polite as possible, it smells like the kind of thing I'd only want to drink once a year.
Yeah. If we only did this once a year and this is the drink, I think I would look forward to it because it's so weird and so out of the original beer flavor. It's just like, I feel like I need to get some pepper.
Man.
It's weird.
Almost feels like when the first note I get is like orange soda. Or like
Really?
grape
I don't
soda.
get that.
It's so weird. Oh man. Well, look, we can run down some of the comments here.
Well, that person's read that.
We have like
Jen-
a couple of them have rankings.
Okay.
And honestly, the rankings, I was looking at them, you and I seem to agree mostly with these people.
Yeah.
You know, so Pink Girl says, my favorites from this year, number 1 to number 7. Schottweizen, Twisted Oak, Hammer, Rural Brewer, Polaris Milk Stout, Wheat Beer, Slipstream. And then Jean-Luc says, Twisted Oak, Schottweizen, Hammer, Puzzler, Saison, Milk Stout, Rural Brewer, and Anxiety. What do you think, Kate?
I think I gave the 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, Schottweizen, and I think I gave the Polaris to number 2, or the Twisted Oak, and I think I would give what was the other one that I really liked? Rural Brewery would be number 4.
That was
actually,
really
I
good,
really
yeah.
like that one. And number 5, I think I'll give that to Puzzler actually. Oh no, number 5 would be the Black Jackal. No. What is that one that your favorite?
Black Jackal.
Yeah. Okay.
Coffee one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Puzzler.
And I'm kind of in there, like, in first few are in an order, after that, not really. Number 1, definitely Black Jackal. Number 2, probably Schottweizen, Twisted Oak, maybe Puzzler, then Hammer, then Milk Stout.
How about the Rural Brewer though?
Rural Brewer is good, but kind of like not special. if
How
that
about
makes-
Twisted Oak?
Twisted Oak, it was like number 4, number 3, somewhere in
Okay.
there. Anxiety Ale, weird. It was
I
okay.
didn't like Anxiety Ale that much.
Least favorite beers from the Snowcase. I know you're thinking probably Hop Circle.
Probably has to go to Hop Circle.
For
Because
me,
there was no ginger beer.
for me, it would be honestly like it's an okay beer, but Blue Buck. Like I just at this point,
You
I'm
would
like,
rather have,
Hop Circle.
yeah.
Yeah, 10 times out of 10, 6 times out of 10.
How about Krampus though?
Krampus Knot. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this one. Like I don't know if it's good or bad.
Would you rather have this or Blue
It
Buck?
depends. If I was going out for some drinks with like friends and we're gonna have 3 or 4,
Yeah.
I would rather have Blue Buck.
Okay.
Not just because this is 9.5%, but because I think every beer you have surrounding this is going to be weird. There's like a weird distortion field coming off of it.
Yeah.
But for like, if it's a special occasion, much rather have this. Just because it's unusual.
But then let's say Blue Buck they only did it once a year.
You can get a Blue Buck style beer anywhere.
Okay.
It's like, those like sour beers.
It's like you don't like it, but it's so special that you cannot really say you don't like it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I could drink one of something I don't like for the experience sometimes.
How about this one versus the chestnut beer?
This one? Oh, the one that we had like 2 years ago?
Yeah, that tasted the worst beer of all time.
So I think that was like
worse than ginger beer.
I think that was a Whistler Brewing Company beer.
It wasn't the watermelon seed. They had the watermelon.
No, it wasn't. I forget that. That might have been Steamworks even. I can't remember.
It was
But
the gypsy tier.
yeah, they make gypsy. Oh, Parallel 49. Yeah, it wasn't Parallel 49. It was like Whistler Brewing or something. They had a chestnut beer that
Which
tasted
I thought was really good.
in
theory.
In theory, yeah. But then like
Tastes like vomit.
it tasted like chocolate that had like been left out in the sun, and I was like, this is.
Well, that still sounds okay. It's just melted chocolate.
No,
but it's just like.
It got left out in the sun.
And then
yesterday.
someone ate a chocolate and then they puked it and they made it to a beer.
Well, that's like a little too far. I don't want to slander them too much. Whistler Brewing. Oh, it's like the number.
Chestnut ale.
Watch it be on Rate Beer and have like an 80.
Oh my god.
It has an 87. This is on Beer Advocate though. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're
apparently.
only 16.
Well, let's find somebody who gave it like a 1. Well, okay, look.
I actually thought I was going to throw up when I drank it.
I respect you, but when you start giving beers a rating like 4.31 out of 5, I'm like, I need to see a rigorous breakdown of your criteria, because this is ridiculous.
Well, he didn't give that. I think it was just the
it's like an average?
breaker.
Okay. Rate beer, Whistler, Chestnut Ale.
I don't think it's fair. I'm sure it's really high because there will be only 2. Oh,
okay.
Thank God.
Rate beer's on our side. I'm back with rate beer.
Oh, thank God.
They gave it a 41. I want to find whoever gave this like a 1.5.
Oh, 2.8.
Taste is the same as the smell. Smells of chestnuts. Too sweet and the body is weak. That's like a rap lyric. Girl's too sweet and her body is weak, so I left her downstairs when I get to peak. I
don't even know what body is too weak. The girl is too sweet, her body is weak. What is that supposed to mean? She's not good in bed or something?
Yeah, he needs a bad bitch. Novelty or gimmick beer? I appreciate that.
That was the worst beer I ever tasted.
I really did not like it.
Even worse than the ginger beer. And we got 3 or 6 of them.
Yeah, it was a 12-pack that had 3 or 4.
Yeah, and I basically apologized to Ryan, and I said I'll understand. I'll understand if you pour it down sick. I'll understand why you would do that, but you know,
can't bring myself to do it.
And then Ryan's like, "Nah, man, we spent money on this," and he drank it. And I'm like, "How did you drink it?" And it's like, "It's alcohol. I drank it."
Wasn't really how I phrased it, but it's like, you got it. You should drink it. I didn't really enjoy it though.
It was bad. It was so bad. But if you have chestnut, it's like once a year thing.
Yeah, I think you'd be like, ooh, I'll have it.
Really?
Yeah, you know, like, I don't know, like Jell-O or something.
I love Jell-O.
I actually like Jell-O too. Okay, that's the Snowcase. I was very positive on the Snowcase this year. This one's weird. I would give this a 3 because I don't want to give it a rating. Also, it's very like sticky.
Yeah, don't do
I
it.
shouldn't have done it like that, of course, but
I would give it. Damn.
I'll give it a damn.
Let me have another sip.
It doesn't. The taste gets stronger as you go along. Like, I think as you know what to look for.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
I cannot drink this anymore. I want to give 1 because I will never drink it again. But oh man, the train wreck was awesome too.
It's not one of my favorites, but I'm always happy to see it because
really like train wreck.
It's different. It's a different thing.
I really like train wreck, but I want to give 1 because it's the beer that I will not drink.
Yeah.
It's a 3 beer. We just need to find 4th for the League 4 of not drinking. Kate's most hated Elite 4 drink.
Yeah.
Ginger beer, Hop Circle, Krampus.
And now one more.
Chestnut.
Probably like
chestnut ale.
Fat Tug.
No, I will drink. I will rather drink that than this, or the Hop Circle, or the ginger beer, or the chestnut beer.
I bet Fat Tug's got like a 90.
Yeah, I believe it.
99!
Oh my god! It did win. It did win.
One of the best beers in BC.
Yeah.
I mean, Fat Tug is delicious if you love hops, but anyway. That's the Snowcase.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Adventure calendar. I cannot really do it.
I don't know about you, but I'm totally in for doing the Snowcase again next year.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Phillips did it right by only keeping like a third of the Snowcase.
Yeah.
Like everything else was pretty new.
Bring back the shuttle bison.
We got almost a new beer every day.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that weren't new were good returning ones, with the exception of people who don't like hops.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Just keep it. I don't mind Hop Circle. You know, some people gotta taste the Hop Circle. I understand that. But ginger beer, you can keep that in your brewery.
Apparently they did, so that's fair.
And bring out the shuttle bison.
Man, ginger beer was like everywhere last year.
Was it?
Even after we saw it in the Snowcase, we like could not get away from it. Every time I went to like BC liquor store, it'd be like
the mixed pack.
Yeah, Phillips does these like 12 packs. All right, goodbye.
No, you can't just say goodbye. It just edited. The video just stopped recording. They heard the rotating.
Oh, the people at home heard rotating. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like a rotating mixed beer that shows up alongside like the 3 standard ones. And for like 8 months, all we saw at our local liquor store was ginger beer.
I think they just brewed too much and no one wanted it, so they just we gotta keep it in somewhere.
I don't know anybody that bought 2 ginger beers. That's myself included. Even I had it and I was like, this is okay. But I never got it again.
You never bought it with your money.
They're just like, they always had extra stock, it seemed. But anyway, Snowcase is good. If you're in BC next year, I would definitely recommend it. It's a little bit of an investment. If you're looking to get trashed, it's not really the best way to do it.
No.
With 1 beer a day for 24 days.
But if you're a husband of a household and you kind of need your own getaway from your kids, this will be a pleasant break for every day on December.
There you go.
Because I think I would be like, I would love to have that.
Hey, Ryuka.
And I would buy next year's Snowcase and do this all over again.
Yeah, good job, Phillips. Keep it up. I'm sure that they're blazing the trail, and like there's already like 4 different ones this year from different breweries. I'm sure there's going to be more next year.
Many people said they want to buy it, like they live in Ontario and they want to buy the Snowcase, but it was not available. Hopefully next year they might ship it out. Who knows?
You know what we need is in Ontario you get the Mill Street Snowcase. Ryuka.
But what would you rate the Snowcase overall?
I give it a solid 8.
I thought you're gonna 4. You mean then?
4, yeah. I was gonna go back between a 4.
Oh my God, Ryuka freaking loves you.
A 4 and a 4.5, but I'll give it a 4. How could they get it up to higher than a 4?
Oh my God.
No Blue Buck, no Slipstream, no 78, no Hop Circle. But that's kind of unreasonable. Remember, 4 is still a really good grade. I would totally get it again.
I would give 8 as well, 8 out of 10, because I really liked it. There were parts that I wasn't liking with this year's pacing. They were really good beer in the first 10 days.
Started real strong.
Yeah, it started way too strong. That actually got us worried. And then after, I think it was the train wreck, I'm just like, they already brought out that 10%. I don't know what they're gonna do after that. And after the first 10 days, it was kind of shaky. It wasn't solid. And then the last part, I think they finished off with the unique beer.
Which I think is how you have to do it.
I don't mind it at all. It's just that I think the pacing could have been better. I think it was really, really quite like it's like a league. You just show your like league players in like the first 10 days, and then you have like a shaky middle days. I would rather have it. Yeah, I would rather have like like good day, bad day, good day, bad day, good day, bad day, instead of like good days and then like bad days and then unique. What you want? You petting Ryuka tickles my nose.
I know, there's a little kefir in the air.
Too much kefir.
Alright, say goodbye, Ryuka.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
He waited until the final Snowcase video to really make an appearance.
Happy Holidays and have a wonderful end of 2015, and let's start the year 2016 great. So thank you. Thank you. Well, I need to bring Tomo. We have all the family in the shop.
Yeah, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh, he sounds.
Oh my God, Tomo!
He sounds like he wants to come.
Ah! And Happy New Year.
Okay, I don't know if he likes that.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I think he's paralyzed right now.
Open Gangnam Style. Way. Sexy lady.
He's looking at you like, oh.
Open Gangnam Style. Way. Sexy lady. Alright, Tomo.
He's like, Tomo now knows that he just sits there for about 10 seconds and eventually he'll be let down.
Look at the camera, Tomo. Say goodbye and Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. I hope you have a great end of 2015.
Me too.